Hi, friends, it's Miss Megan for our story time with the story Hope for the Flower, our chapter book. So, does anyone remember where we left off? That's right! Yellow was turning into a butterfly. But what must happen first? She was being very brave and she chose to become a butterfly. So first they're a caterpillar, then a cocoon. But I wonder what's going on with Stripe. Maybe in chapter 5 we'll find out. All right, my friends, let's continue. Chapter 5. Stripe made much faster progress this time. He was bigger and stronger since he had taken time out to rest. From the beginning, he was determined to get to the top. He especially avoided making eye contact or getting distracted with anyone else. He tried hard to not think about Yellow, but it was okay for him to miss her. He did not want to be distracted by anyone else, so he was determined to get to the top. That's a lot of caterpillars. Stripe didn't seem just disciplined to others. He seemed kind of being mean. Even among climbers, he was special. He didn't think he was against anyone. He was just doing what he had to in order to get to the top. Hey, don't blame me if you don't succeed. It's a tough life out there. Just make up your mind, he would say to other caterpillars when he was complaining. He's not being very nice. Then one day, he was near his goal. Stripe had done well, but when light finally fluttered down from the top, he was close to exhaustion. At his height, there was almost no movement. All held their positions with every skill a lifetime of climbing had taught them. Every small move counted terribly. There was no communication, only the outside touch. They were like cocoons to one another. Then one day, Stripe heard a crawler above say to him, "None of us can get any higher without getting rid of them." Soon after, he felt a pressure and shake. Then came screams of other caterpillars being pushed out from the pillar. They're not being nice. Oh, I forgot to show you the picture. Sorry. Stripe felt awful with this new knowledge. The mystery of the pillar was clearing. He now knew what had happened to the other caterpillars. They were pushed out of the way. He now knew what must always happen on the pillar. Stripe all of a sudden started to feel angry. But as he was agreeing this was the only way up, he heard a teeny whisper from the top. "There's nothing at all up here." It was answered by another. "Quiet, fool. They'll hear you down there in the pillar. Where they want to get. That's what's here." Stripe felt frozen. To be so high and not high at all, it only looked good from the bottom. Could all Stripe's climbing be for nothing? I don't know, but other caterpillars haven't been very nice, and he was starting not to be very nice. The whisper came again. Look, over there, another pillar, and there too. They're everywhere. Stripe became angry as well as frustrated. My pillar, he moaned. Only one of thousands. Millions of caterpillars were climbing nowhere. Something is really wrong. But what else is there? His life with Yellow seemed so far away. That wasn't it either, not quite. Yellow! He let her image fill his being. You knew something, didn't you? Was it courage to wait? Maybe she was right. I wish I was with her now. I could go down, he thought. I'd look ridiculous, but maybe it's better than what's happening here. All the caterpillars here aren't choosing to be kind or nice to each other. But Stripe's thought was interrupted by a burst of movement all over his level. Uh-oh. Each seemed to be making a last effort to find some entry to the top. But with every push to the top layer tightened. Finally, one caterpillar gasped, Unless we try together, nobody will reach the top. Maybe if we all work together and we give one big push. They can't hold us down forever. But before they could act, there were cries and commotions of all kinds. Stripe struggled to see the edge, to see what was happening. A bright yellow winged creature was circling the pillar, moving freely. A wonderful sight. How did it get so high without climbing? When Stripe poked out his head, the creature seemed to recognize him and extended its leg and tried to grab him. Stripe caught himself just before being pulled out of the pillar. The brilliant creature let go and looked sadly into his eyes. That look activated excitement Stripe hadn't felt since he first saw the pillar. Words from the past returned. Butterflies alone. Is this a butterfly? Stripe wondered. And what did it mean? The top? They'll see? It was all so strange and yet like it was supposed to be. And those eyes with the look of yellow. Could it be? Such impossible thoughts, yet the excitement inside wouldn't stop. He grew happy. Somehow he could escape. He could be carried away. But as this possibility became real, something else grew inside. He felt like he shouldn't escape like this. Looking into the creature's eyes, he could hardly bear the love he saw there. he felt unworthy. He wanted to change, to make up for all the times he had refused to look at one another. He tried to tell her what he felt, but he stopped. He was struggling to find his words. The others stared at him as though he were mad. I think he needs to find the words to say I'm sorry. And that's it. That's the end of chapter 5. Next time we'll read chapter 6. Wow, so we found out what happened with Stripe. It sounds like Stripe was feeling sad and mad. He worked really hard, but sometimes when you work really hard and you want something so badly, you forget to be kind and nice to each other. It sounds like that's what was happening with Stripe and all the other caterpillars on the pillar. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt so mad and angry that you forgot to use your words and you forgot to be kind to friends? Yeah, that's happened to me too. When that happens, when we feel a lot of feelings that are angry and sad, what I like to do is I like to take a deep breath, just like in meditation. And then I'm able to find my words and say, I'm sorry. So I hope Stripe can find his words. Well, it's been wonderful sharing this story time with you. I'll see you all very soon. Until next time.